So, let's talk about market integration. So, ano ba yung market integration? So, market integration shows the relationship of the firm in market. The extent of integration influences the conduct of the firms and consequently their marketing efficiency. The behavior of a highly integrated market is different from that of a disintegrated market. Markets differ in the extent of integration and therefore there is a variation in their degree of efficiency. So, pag sinabi nating market integration, ito yung pag-integrate or pagsasama-sama ng mga firms or mga kumpanya within a particular market. So, yun yung pinakamadaling relationship and union ng mga firm within a particular market. So, Coles and all have defined market integration as a process which refers to the expansion of firms by consolidating additional marketing functions and activities under a single management. So, example of market integration are the establishment of wholesaling facilities by food retailers and the setting up of another plant by milk processor. So, iba't iba siya ng type. Maaaring, yun nga, establishment ng wholesale facilities ng mga retailer. So, pinagsasama-sama yung mga retail products to set up one wholesale facilities o di kaya pagdadagdag ng mga plant ng isang particular na firm or company. So in each case, this is a concentration of decision making in the hands of a single management. So yung mga merging. So there are three basic kinds of market integration. We have horizontal, vertical, and conglomeration. So ano yung mga yan? Horizontal integration occurs when a firm or agency gain controls of other firms or agency performing similar marketing functions at the same level in the marketing sequence. So in this case, integration, some marketing agencies combined to form the union with a view of reducing their effective number and the extent of actual competition in the market. It is advantageous for the members who join the group. So, paano yan? Dati, ang Chowking, ang Jollibee, and recently, ang Mang Inasal, magkakaiba may-ari niyan. Pero ngayon, iisa na lang under ng Jollibee Food Corporation or JFC, ang Jollibee, Inasal, at saka Chowking. Bakit kaya? O sir, nag-integrate naman na pala sila. Iisa na lang pala ang may-ari. Bakit hindi na lang ginawa na, inalis na lang yung Inasal at saka yung Chowking, ginawa na lang Jollibee lahat? Maaari kasing for the variety of reason. Parang may pagpipilian yung tao, o di kaya hindi nakakasawang puro Jollibee lang. And even though iisa yung umbrella management niya, parang iba-iba pa rin yung practice between every tawag dito, type ng store, whether it Inasal or Jollibee or Chowking. Iba pa naman din yung sa tinatawag nating franchise. Siyempre, kung franchise yan, hindi yan under nung company or nung corporation ng JFC, definitely, iba rin ang way ng pagpapatakbo dyan. So, part din yun na integration. So, ayan. Example, firm A, B, C, and di magkakaibang mga kumpanya under one agribusiness firm. So, parang kanina nga din, sinasabi ko, Inasal, Jollibee, Chowking, under lang ng iisang umbrella organization. Then, in most markets, there is a large number of agencies which do not effectively compete with each other. This is an indicative of some element of horizontal integration. It leads to reduce cost of marketing and it also reduce competition as possible. Di ba kasi nga naman, si Jollibee, binili niya yung Inasal at saka yung Chowking. Definitely, nabawasan siya ng competition sa market. Why? Kasi, kahit, alimbawa ako, dati akong, tawag dito, bumibili sa Jollibee. Nagsawa ako, I'll turn to Inasal. Sinong kumita? Si Jollibee pa din. Kasi, siya lang yung may-ari ng parehong store eh. 'Di ba? Lumiliit yung, kumbaga kung sa isang lugar, may 4 na store or 5. Let's say we have McDo, we have KFC, Chowking, Inasal, and Jollibee. At yung tatlo pag-aari ni Jollibee. Therefore, 60% nung kita, nung buong market na yun kanya. Kasi tatlo yung kanyang store eh. Ang competition niya lang 2, hindi 4. Ang competition niya lang, KFC and McDo. 'Di ba? Doon nagre-reduce ang cost ng marketing kasi syempre hindi niya na nga naman kailangang i-market masyado yung kanyang sarili dahil may pagpipilian yung tao eh. At kahit may pagpilian yung tao, still kikita siya. Effects of horizontal integration, buying out of competitor is a time-bound way to reduce competition. Mahirap bilhin yung competitor mo. Lalo na kung malaki na din. Katulad na halimbawa nung ginawa ng Jollibee with Inasal. Napakalaking step nun. Gaining larger share of the market and higher profits. Yun yan, katulad ng example ko kanina. Kung may 5 store sa isang lugar, 60% na kagad nung patron nung lugar na yon or yung tao nung lugar na yon, mapupunta na kagad kay Jollibee Corporation. Attaining economies of scale, a proportionate savings of cost gained by the increased level of production and specializing in the trade. Mas maganda siya kasi mas maraming na-create na choice yung tao at the same time, tumataas yung supply. Kasi nga, sa ginawa mo, diba, yung horizontal integration. Sa example nga kanina, hindi inalis ni Jollibee si Inasal at saka si tawag dito si Chowking. Ang mangyayari doon, kung aalisin niya kasi yung dalawang yon, matitira silang 3, palalakihin niya lang si Jollibee. Hindi siya sure na lahat ng tao pupunta sa kanya eh. Kasi may ibang pagpipilian. Kung ayaw kay Jollibee, we have McDo. Kung ayaw kay McDo, we have KFC. 'Di ba? Whereas kung merong iba na choice na pagpipilian, hindi mo na lang pinalaki yung Jollibee. Hinayaan mo lang siya sa itsura niya, sa ganung size nung store. Then we have KFC, Chowking and Inasal. Lumawak yung supply at the same time, na-reduce mo yung competition sa'yo. Kasi nga, 2 na lang ang competition mo at pwedeng malaki yung chance na ikaw pa din ang piliin. So, ano yung mga advantage ng horizontal integration? Una, lower cost, higher efficiency, increase in product differentiation. Dahil nga kahit magkaiba yung firm, under lang siya ng iisang management. Increase market power. Yun nga dahil, kita mo yung kanina nga, mas lumalakas ka dahil mas marami yung store mo ngayon. Nare-reduce mo yung competition, kumukonti yung kalaban mo. Nagkakaroon ka ng access sa new market. Dati, ang market mo is Chicken Joy lang. Ngayon, you venture with Inasal, with Chinese food. Then, economics of scale and economics of scope. A proportionate saving gain by producing 2 or more distinct goods when the cost of doing is less than that of producing each separately. Then, international trade. Sabihin, katulad ng ginagawa ng Jollibee ngayon, nag-expand na rin siya internationally. Then, disadvantage is destroyed value. It has also legal repercussion and unintended consequence of an event or action and reduced flexibility. Then we have vertical integration. Sa vertical naman, parang patayo. This occurs when the firms perform more than one activity in the consequence of the marketing process. It is linking together 2 or more functions in the marketing process within a single firm or under a single ownership. This type of integration makes it possible to exercise control over both the quality and quantity of the product from the beginning of the production process until the product is ready for the consumer. It reduces the number of middlemen in the marketing. Parang ang example ko dyan is, alam niyo yung 7-Eleven, di ba? Yung mga store ng 7-Eleven. Kasi di ba kung titignan mo ang 7-Eleven, para na siyang one-stop shop. Ibig sabihin, pagpasok mo ng 7-Eleven, lahat nandun na. Bills payment, load, even yata mga gamit sa hardware, makikita mo na sa 7-Eleven. So, para hindi mo na nga naman bibilihin yung ibang kailangan mo sa labas, you can have 7-Eleven. Pumasok ka lang sa 7-Eleven, lahat makikita mo, di ba? Hindi mo makikita sa ibang mga store, ibang mga retail store. So, that's my example of vertical integration. So, ayan, parent of agribusiness, we have wholesaling feed mill, transportation agency, food grains trade. So, nandyan na lahat. Meron siyang dalawang type. We have forward integration. If firms assume another function of marketing which is closer to the consumption function, in the case of forward integration, wholesaler assuming the function of retailing. Di ba uso na ngayon yan yung mga wholesale na mga nagtitinda, di ba yung mga malalaking company na nagbebenta ng wholesale, sila na rin nagre-retail para una, mas mura yung produkto, pangalawa, kaya mas mura siya kasi less na yung dinadaanan niyang middleman. Then we have backward integration. This involves ownership or a combination of the sources of supply. When a processing firm assumes the function of assembling, purchasing the produce from the villages. Siguro example niyan, tawag dito, yung company, hindi lang siya basta, yung wholesaler, hindi lang siya yung nagbebenta ng produkto. Siya din yung gumagawa. Hindi lang siya basta yung tumatanggap ng produkto. Siya rin yung ma-manufacture ng kanyang sariling product. Then, balanced vertical integration, the third type, it's a combination of backward and forward. So, siguro, yun na, siya yung gumagawa ng produkto, wholesaler na siya, retailer pa siya. So, yun yung balance. Advantages, syempre, it allows invest in assets and that are highly specialized. It gives more control over the business. It allows positive differentiation. It requires lower cost of transaction kasi nga syempre ikaw na yung nagbebenta, ikaw na rin yung gumagawa ng produce, kumbaga yung dadaanan ng produkto mas maliit, mas konti na. Then offers more cost control. Control mo ngayon yung pinagkukunan mo kasi nga ikaw na rin yung gumagawa ng produkto, and you ensure high level of certainty when it comes to quality, and it provides more competitive advantages. Disadvantages, syempre, capacity balancing problems, bring about more difficulties. Syempre, dati kung ikaw yung retailer, ikaw din yung sa production side, imbis na yung pag-wholesale lang ang problema mo, pag nagka-problema sa supply side or sa production side, problema mo din yun as part of the firm. Then results in decrease of flexibility. It creates some barriers to market entry. Syempre, imbis na may ibang firm na pwedeng sumalo nung pagpo-produce, ikaw na rin ang nagpo-produce. Then it causes confusion within the business and requires a huge amount of money. So yung effects niya, more profits by taking up additional function. Risk reduction through improved market coordination. So bumababa yung risk na ikaw ay malugi. Nadadagdagan yung profit mo kasi dati wholesaler ka lang, ngayon retailer ka na din. Then lowering the cost through achieving operational efficiency. Mas konti na yung gastusin mo sa pag-produce ng mga bagay. Last type is conglomeration. So conglomeration is a combination of agencies or activities not directly related to each other. May when operates under a unified management be termed as conglomeration. One example siguro, conglomeration ni Henry C, yung SM Corporation or SM Group of Companies. Ano pa, yung kay Lucio Tan, dati si Lucio Tan ang may-ari ng PNB or the Philippine National Bank, ng UE, ng University of the East, at saka ng PAL or ng Philippine Airlines. So conglomeration yon. Ayun, yung example. agribusiness conglomerate, may food grains, fruit processing, may retail chain, may cloth mill, hindi na siya tawag dito, related, sales of repairs and electronic goods and manufacturing of banaspati. So, ito yung mga example ng tawag dito ng mga conglomerate. Yung nailagay ko example is more on Indian, sorry Pero sa atin, yun nga yung kay Henry C., kay Lucio Tan, kay tawag dito kay Manny Villar, yan conglomerate din yon. So effects of conglomeration, the risk reduction through diversification, acquisition of financial leverages, kasi nga pag nalugi halimbawa yung isang company, kaya siyang saluhin ng kabila. Kasi related sila or iisa lang yung management, then empire building urge. So the reasons for market integration, syempre to remove transaction cost, foster competition, then provide better signals for optimal generation and consumption decisions, and also to improve security of supply. So kaya nagkakaroon ng market integration. Diyan, para ma-secure yung supply, kasi kung marami nagke-create ng product, hindi tayo magkakaproblema sa supply, mananatiling stable yung presyo. So degree, pwedeng ownership, pwedeng contract. Ownership, ikaw na yung magmamayari, katulad nga ng sinasabi ko kanina with the case of Jollibee. Tawag dito, siya na may-ari ng Inasal at saka ng Chowking. Saka contract naman, yung two firms, nag-merge sila, although magkaiba yung kanilang may-ari, pero nagkakaroon sila ng merging ng mga share, usually para mapalakas yung isa't isa. So I think that's the last. I hope you learned something. Again, keep safe and God bless. Thank you.